Hope mkapoa. When you see me here, you just know that it is FYI with Tata, a channel where we live, laugh, and love at the same time. Mkwaje? Hope mkofiti. Aki nimewahata. Hope mkopoa. From the last episode, we are here back again. Let's catch up. Now I have some very interesting news. Some very important news to us women, to us ladies. Because where? Madam, I don't know if you have ever realized that kuna a certain period ama kuna a certain time of the month unapatanga discharge yako imechange and you don't know what the change is about, you don't know what's happening to your body. Let me tell you one thing, women. One thing that will help you understand if your body is okay, if your vagina is doing well, if your vagina is healthy, it is your discharge. The moment you realize that there is a smell, there is a change of color in your discharge, just know that you are not okay. Today we are going to discuss the different types of discharge and how you can identify if you are okay or if you are not okay, when to visit a doctor, when to avoid having sex, when you are about to expect your periods. Okay? Well, in the cycle of a woman, most women have 28 days. Others have 23, others have 24, depending on your cycle. But let's talk about the women who have 28-day cycle, okay? This is going to help us elaborate and understand what happens. So for a woman with a 28-day cycle, the background noise. So for a woman with a 28-day cycle, their discharge tends to change according to how soon they are approaching their ovulation or how soon they are approaching their menstrual dates. So let's start with the menstrual date. So let's say the day you start your period is the first day of your cycle, okay? So from the first day, maybe to the fourth day or the fifth day, depending on how many days you get your periods. I'm sorry, it's somewhere with a very nice background, but a lot of insects, okay? So from the very first day that you start your period to when it's going to stop, that's when you count as the beginning of your cycle, okay? So that time, your discharge is going to be red. And that means you're having your period. It's not basically a discharge, but it is a period. Are we together? So from maybe day 1 to day 5, that's your period. Then from day 5 to around day 10 or day 11, you're going to have a normal discharge. And a normal discharge is just whitish, without being too thick, just very normal, okay? And then from day 11 or day 12 to day 14, your discharge now tends to be very slippery. It starts to change in preparation for the ovulation, okay? Because on the day of ovulation, your discharge now becomes too slippery and starts looking like an egg yolk. It will look like an egg yolk because it's symbolizing that the egg yolk discharge, it's symbolizing that you are ovulating. And the reason as to why the discharge tends to change and become too slippery, so that it can be able to transport the sperms, okay? It can be easy for the sperm to move from the vagina all the way to the uterus and be able to fertilize the egg that is there, okay? That's the reason as to why the discharge becomes slippery. So from the 16th day after the ovulation, all the way, the discharge is bound to be normal. You get back to normal until now, on the day you're supposed to get your periods. Maybe prior, your discharge start changing color, becomes brown in preparation for the periods, okay? But now, there are these days when you get to see a different color of discharge. Yes. Now when your discharge starts to smell, your discharge starts to change color, it means you are not okay on your Miss VJJ and you have to give it medical attention ASAP. Okay? Let's talk about the different colors, the changes in the discharge. The first minute that you notice your discharge has turned from white to something like greenish or yellowish, it means you're having a sexual transmitted disease. Yellow discharge is a very bad sign. It means you're having a sexual transmitted. It could be gonorrhea, could be syphilis, and should be treated as soon as possible, because if you leave it, it's going to spread up and it can even affect your uterus. Okay, so anytime you notice color yellow or color green, ensure to run to the hospital. Another color that is going to make you run to the hospital is when you're having very thick, inakaa yogurt ama inakaa maziwa mala discharge. That should tell you you're having a yeast infection and you should go to the hospital. These days there are some medicine that you can take over the counter or insert to your vagina to help in healing the yeast infection. But anytime you notice that you're suffering from a very thick yogurtish malamalaish discharge, know that you're having a yeast infection, and it is very important to treat it. The other color you're going to notice from in your discharge is grayish. Looks like some kind of grayish or silverish, not white. That means you're having a bacterial infection, and you're supposed to go to the hospital and have it treated. Okay? Each time you notice that you're having an infection, when you go to the hospital, ensure you tag along your partner, because if you get treated alone and your partner is not treated, it's bound to recur. This is because the bacteria that you got, if your partner is not treated, they are going to also transfer it back to you. That's why you find some women are suffering from infection. Even if they take medication, it does not heal. It always comes back because their partners are not treating it. Okay, if you understand that you're having an infection, ensure that both of you are being treated. Also, if you notice a very funny smell from down there, ensure you get it treated ASAP. Or if you notice a funny smell down there, ensure you pay attention to it and visit the hospital. Okay. It is also very important as a woman to maintain your hygiene. Don't just stay there, you wear a panty the whole day, tomorrow you still recycle it. No. Okay, ensure to shower often, ensure you have panty cottons, avoid these G-strings, and even if you wear a G-string, don't wear it like the whole day. Okay, you can wear it for a few hours, then remove it. Also ensure you air. Don't sleep with panties. Some of you are even sleeping with jeans, stocking tights, all those things. Okay, ensure you air yourself. Unalala tu hivi unapigwa na kibaridi, unainua kamguu, air inaingia huko ndani. Okay. Yeah, ensure that you're maintaining a healthy and a hygiene punani. Okay, this thing, it's very precious to us. It is also another person's meal. Ensure to take care of it. Tusiachilia ati napata ma infection alafu bado ataka mtu go down on you, you're not clean, iko na ma yeast infection, so ma discharge zinakaa sijui venye zinataka. Okay. If this video has been helpful to you, you've learned something, ensure to like, comment and subscribe and share it to your friends so that they can also come and learn as you have learned. Until the next time.